All right, what's up, guys? We're just gonna bring you a little video breaking down the Logic session for Suddenly She, because look at all this crazy stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. Logic has a trash. What was I gonna say?
It has a trash way of pocketing the drums.
Yes.
So we just exported all of the different stems into Pro Tools, and then we pocketed them there.
It was a feat.
It was an ordeal for
It's
sure. And then we just brought them back into Logic, already pocketed.
If you guys don't know these CLA plugins, the Chris Lord Algae plugins, there's an entire pack you can get for like vocals, drums, unplugged, bass, guitar, and they come with a bunch of amazing presets that do a lot of the work for you. Just listen to how crisp here. Let's just show them the overheads actually, because the overheads, just with this setting,
Very clean.
they're very clean. And we just recorded these like in Eric, our drummer's house. Like we didn't have any, soundproof foam or anything. And these kind of slap, honestly. So we cheated. We used that. But of course, we gated and everything. And we compressed and all that stuff. EQ'd all the frequencies out.
We were joking like we should just use the overheads in the final mix.
Yeah, actually, the overheads could
It
carry
sounds so
the
good.
overheads could carry the whole song. Seriously. So if you're like ever in a pinch, invest in a good pair of overheads, because our drummer. Okay, so Eric's overheads are so good that we were practicing one day, and we were gonna record drums, and then he didn't know where his overheads were, and he was freaking out. He was yelling at us, and I was like, Eric, well, what if? And he's like, Jeff, I don't have time for that. Like, I'm looking for my overheads. And then he finally found them, and now we understand why he was so upset, because they're top notch.
Pristine.
Yes, the main body,
The chunkiness.
the
The
chunkiness of the song is the guitars. There's this. We just recorded two guitars, DI. Mitch always says, "What do you say about DI?"
I think DI is the guy.
Those are just. We did two separate takes of my rhythm guitar, pan one to the right, one to the left. And what did we run these through to get such a crisp sound? We've got a chorus on that one. What do we do?
Just the amp
Verb.
designer is so good in Logic. It's
Logic's amps are very good.
You
And,
don't need to buy an amp at all.
I think what we did
Logic.
too is, I think when you're stereo panning two guitars that you record, I think it's important to like change the frequencies of them a little bit,
Mhm.
like add a little bit of high end to one of them and take it away from the other one, so they sound like they're two different things. Of course, you're doing two different takes, but it just like adds more sonic space. Yeah, Adam's lead part here, we did the same thing. We did a bunch of different tones, a bunch of different amp models, and just layered the same thing.
You can see where they're panned right there.
What are you saying?
You can see where they're panned right there.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's kind of.
Here. They're all just stacked on top of each other.
Mhm.
And then, okay, I don't know if you guys use Modern Stack in Logic, but there's nothing better. Like, I think before, did you ever use Modern Stack before?
I did.
Oh, you
a
did?
lot, yeah.
I thought you were a hi-fi DI guy.
I liked Hi-Fi DI, but I think I'm converted now.
Every time we record, I'm like, Mitch, go on. Where is? I'm losing myself in the session. Here it is. This bass part is actually pretty busy. Like, I feel like it like adds a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Where else are we going? Let's go to somewhere crazy in the song. So for the Suddenly She Kissed Me, we just recorded some doubles. Well, I guess here, let's go one at a time. I guess we have my lead vocal singing the title line, Suddenly She Kissed Me, which is just...
And suddenly she kissed me.
we actually run my lead vocals through Waves, Waves Tune. It's pretty easy because it just like clocks it all in there, and then you can just set the key. And then we added some doubles. I again just left and right. I just sang more
And
takes.
suddenly she kissed me.
And then we got Mitch over here with his harmonies.
And suddenly she kissed me.
And you can see some of them we don't tune just to give a
Yes.
little variation, and some of them we put like pitch correct on
Right.
to make it like, because some of them don't really need like really intricate surgical
Mhm.
tuning
'Cause
like
if
the
you
lead does.
Yeah, if you tune every single one of them and everything's on the same exact pitch, there's no point of doing doubles, because everything you're hearing from every part of the the spectrum is the same note. There's going to be no variation. So don't tune all your doubles, unless of course you just can't sing it all.
Yeah, true.
Let's go to the breakdown.
Oh yeah.
The breakdown
That's
is
a fan favorite.
it's a spicy spot.
No, we should bring Adam in here.
Adam, it's Adam.
I'm in the hopeless phase of the paper writing process. You know what I mean?
Right through the bullshitting phase.
But then, no, I'll definitely I'll hit something, and then I'll be like, okay, I can actually
Yeah,
write a lot
yeah.
about this.
It has to be like
And then
the
I'll
day
write.
of.
Mhm.
I'll write a lot.
First, we had just these this big chugging
Yeah, it was like
that
it really
works
felt like-
live, but it doesn't work.
right. So
if you
like
record it.
my chords, like or my rhythm part for that breakdown is really just this. And it's a very rhythmic, like very, just eighth notes going. And Adam's part was, it was similar. Honestly, it was just he was kind of chugging away eighth notes. It just sounded kind of muddy. It works live, but for this case, it really didn't. And we were all just sitting in this room and kind of just mind melding, which I feel like is important to do. I think the day of, Adam said we need to all impose our will on the track.
We thought it needed something a little spacier and something with a lot more just room because it's a very driving song throughout. And so I think we just kind of sat down and realized we need some contrast from that.
Yeah. So we were playing around. Eric was playing around on a synth on the keys right here. And then I think we just came up with something on the keys, and then I just played it on the guitar, and it was really spacey.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go to the second part. Yeah, just have space coming out of one side and then space coming out of the other, and it all works so well
And then
together.
I added the small, faint kiss of an angel.
So yeah, that was just such a fun. I feel like that was one of the most creative parts of the
Mhm.
song.
For sure.
Doing. But honestly, to get all these spacey tones, we bust it.
Yeah, we bust it and use the space design.
Yeah, we
on the
bust
track.
it to a look at that. It's 3 minutes and 55 seconds. We bust it to
Not
a
3 seconds.
3 minutes.
3 seconds.
I say 3
Yeah,
minutes?
You said 3 minutes.
That's
Not
the whole song.
Skip it.
Well, this is a totally new.
New
angle.
perspective. Hey, you guys get to see me now. All right, so if we hit the A key is my favorite key.
That's my least favorite key.
It's Jeff's least favorite.
Just fade.
Yeah,
just
Jeff's favorite
crossfade.
is command click with this.
The fade tool.
I love automation. Oh my goodness! Especially here on this guitar solo. If we removed all this, there would be so many weird imperfections, and you can see in here just all of the different things going crazy in the background. You got different reverbs. You got just the volume.
Oh yeah, because you automated the verb too to come up as a
Yeah.
And then, I think what was really impressive about the way that you did that is do you see right there where that vertical it just clamps shut?
Yeah.
He was adding space just so he could snap it shut right on that snare hit.
Suddenly she
He just turned that on. Okay, yes, automation's such a powerful tool to use creatively in the right context.
In the right context. Yeah.
I took one for the team. You got to compromise sometimes.
Yeah,
There's four of
always.
you.
Always. There's 4 completely different perspectives
Yes.
from different places. You just want to make the product as good as it can be.
That's true.
Or not
For
the
the-
product,
for
but the soul.
For the sake of the song, you serve the song.
Yeah, you want your child to have the best life it can possibly have. Vocal stacks, the ooze. I think the
Ooh.
ooze are very pretty.
The ooze are clean.
They're iconic. I just love them in the context of the bridge too. It's just
They belong there.
it's just so good.
Yeah. Anything else that we did? Oh, the haze.
The haze.
That was a hectic time.
Yeah.
Adam always when Adam goes up to the microphone to sing haze, he's like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." You see the waveform of all of our haze? Mine is medium, Adam's is low, and Mitch is clipping because he's hey, it's energy. So
And we just gotta it usually takes us 3 or 4 tries to get the perfect haze out
Yes.
of all of us
Yes.
so that we can match each other's energies.
Mhm. So if you guys don't know and you guys are looking for a free VST drum software, you can download MT Power Drum Kit 2 for free. And this thing is this thing's
Powerful.
insane. We actually used this kit for loop-de-loop, and we didn't track real drums for loop-de-loop. It was this kit, and it's totally free. They're good. So you can.
I completely thought that the drums were real when I first heard it.
The key to making MIDI drums sound good, because I have been using MIDI drums for my projects my entire life, and I've had people ask me what drummer did you use for this song? And I'm like, I just use Logic's drums. It's about like creating real sounding parts. So if you play a drum, if you just play like boom tick cat tick boom tick cat on one of Logic's kits, it's going to seem kind of obvious that like, oh, these aren't real drums. But if you're like adding fills and you're doing like triplet stuff, you know, if you're playing a real part,
If you're making it human.
exactly. So that's kind of our little trick that we do for songs. All right, and that's really the session. I hope any or all of that or a portion of that it was interesting, and that you didn't get annoyed by us
Listen to Suddenly She
Yes.
everywhere.
everywhere.